What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Landscape Accelerator Podcast. Today, I'm joined by Chris and Rich from Black Diamond Design Landscaping. I'll go ahead. I'll let you guys introduce yourself, and then we'll roll right into questions. So if you want to tell us a little bit about who you guys are, where you're at, what you guys do, and maybe a little bit of background on your company to get started, that'd be sick.
What's up, guys? I'm Rich. This is Chris. We own Black Diamond Design Landscaping. We are in upstate New York. Love that we're on the podcast and going to chop it up with you guys. Thank you so much for having us. I appreciate you, man. Yeah.
Right on. Of course. When you guys decided you were going to go into landscaping, right? What previous experience did you have, or what kind of led you guys into the landscaping field?
Yeah, like I said before, we started when we were 15 years old. We have a big family. We came from, my mother's one of 14 kids. So we have a lot of aunts and uncles around the area, and we're kind of tight knit. Every Sunday we'd go over there when we were younger at my grandmother's house and basically just sit there and just have, Sunday dinners and the whole entire family there. So we're really close. So everyone, supports each other. So when, we always had that drive in us as far as when we were younger, didn't have much and just wanted to, my parents instilled in us where, work for everything that you guys have. And we kind of, took that to heart. So we basically just help out family members. They give us $50. We're doing, a little bit of mulch jobs at their house. And at the end of the job, they would be like, this is amazing. You guys are awesome, blah, blah, blah. And we took passion in it. And we started from that and kind of worked our way up till probably about 18, just helping family members out and doing a few side gigs along the side. And
we were still in school.
Yeah.
Got out of school and went and worked at a pizza place.
Yeah.
He did. I got in there after, and then he left, went to another landscape company, worked there, got me in it. So we were going about 4 years in another landscape company. They're big around the area too as well. And then I had my first child, and I'm like, we always wanted to start it. So, that gave us that extra push. So just pushed right there and bam. Truck's trailer just started. It's me and him mowing lawns, 15 accounts. I had my house, man. It was tough.
Well, our dad bought our first pickup truck. That's how it started. I had a motorcycle at the time. So I sold that to get the trailer, and then the lawnmower. We had to finance our first shot out.
Yeah. And I had my first child too. I was in house, had a mortgage, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I struggled, man, but we just kept pushing. You know what I mean? So, my wife was behind us the whole time and knew what we could do, and just grew ever since.
That's awesome. Having that extra motivation of bro, this has to work. It's do or die. So having that extra kind of gun to the head, but sometimes people need that, it has to work kind of situation.
Well, he would at first, because like I said, he had the kid and he had the house, and I was at home still, 24 years old, and trying to figure out, where this company was going, and all the money was basically going to him and his family and things like that. Cause I was just still living at home, I had my meals cooked and all that.
He was helping me out. Dude, I was working at night at a warehouse doing, what was it? It was a decreasing. It was a
local company.
It was a local company. They're big, distributing beer. And I was working in the warehouse at night. So I would go in at 4 o'clock at night, wouldn't leave there till 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. Boom, get home, shower, go help him out and doing the lawns. Dude, I did that for a year.
Sometimes he wouldn't even wake up, bro. And I'm calling. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is he? Because it was just me and him basically. So I'm like, I'm the mowing guy. He's the weed whacking guy.
Yeah.
But at first, 3 years, 15, 20, 30 accounts, you know what I mean? But then by yourself, you're like, holy shit, there's a lot, because he's passed out, you know what I mean? He's already worked on things like that. So, I'm out there by myself. We're trying to find somebody to help me weed whack. And,
it all changed when I was in the parking lot on lunch, dude. And I fell asleep. And during lunch, it's maybe 2 hours past my lunchtime, dude, I hear a knock on the door. It was my boss there.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, damn. So I went back inside. Then the head boss came over to me. He's like, hey, listen, it's either your landscaping or this. Next day I didn't show up. Me and him just fucking pushed.
And we just hustled.
Cool.
After
That's
that.
crazy. You made him work all night and hold the weed whacker, dude?
Yeah, right? Dude, I was like a zombie for a year.
He'd have to leave at 2 in the afternoon. It was 5 lawns left. He
legit zombie. I couldn't even make it home some days driving. I would have to pull over because I was so tired to go to take a little 2-minute nap.
It's all about that.
It's how bad you want it. More, at least.
Yeah, it's how bad you want it though. He was in that situation where he was in with his kid and family and stuff, and he had to do what he had to do. And I was trying to hold it down here. And, we knew something was going to evolve with this company, and kind of, we just said, let's just keep pushing and pushing every day. And then after the lawns, we started getting into a little bit of hardscaping here and there. At first it was hard getting the jobs, because we weren't marketing ourselves. We weren't learning. At first we started in 2010. So social media wasn't what it is now. So it was like, we didn't have books. We didn't have, Instagram where I could fall back on and follow this guy to do the right tools. And where do we start? So I was basically learning everything, doing the bookkeeping, working in the fields, trying to do estimates, going to estimates. So it was just a pain in the ass, man. It was just a grind.
Just yard signs, right? Yard signs were put out all over the place.
That's it.
So on that note, I know you guys said you did a little bit of work for like family and stuff kind of in the very beginning, but how did you guys get your first like official client, whether it was for lawn care or hardscaping, someone that was completely out of your immediate social circle?
So
it was a walkway, right? We did?
No. For lawns, he's saying. So basically when we first started out, we knew there was a target market where we kind of wanted to mow lawns. It was like the rich houses, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, let's go out here. We made up 1,000 brochures. And we basically went door to door with these brochures and just handed them all out. And some people came out, introduced ourselves. So we're a new company, blah, blah, blah. And that neighborhood, we landed 4 of them. So that's how it first started. And then my uncles, like I said, we know a lot of people. So we got a bigger account. It was like a residential account from one of my uncles.
Like 300 a week.
Yeah, it was like 300 a week at the time. So we were like, yo, this is sick, dude. One account, man. This is great, man. It took us 3 hours to mow it, $300. I'm like, it's not too bad. We loved it. And thinking you're going to get rich, dude. And, first year, 15 lawns later, you're like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Then you just got to just keep hammering, keep getting your name out there. And then it was just slow from there, and then started getting into hardscape a little bit. After the third year, we started getting our first hardscape. It was a little walkway. And then just started from there.
Yeah.
But like before that, when we worked for that other company for 4 years, I was running the lawn maintenance crew, basically with another kid, and Rich was doing all the hardscaping.
That's how I learned too.
So he knew
all my stuff.
Yeah, he knew what he knew with hardscape, and I knew what I knew with mowing. So when we grew, it was kind of like this same concept with that. I would do the lawns. He would be doing the hardscape with a crew.
Right on. Is that a path that you would recommend to other guys that are thinking about getting started or maybe have ambitions to jump into landscaping? Is, work for another company, maybe find one of the bigger ones that's in your area, kind of get your feet wet with, learning on someone else's dime, see how they run their business, see how they structure things, and kind of go from there? Or would you say like, man, just jump right into it, trial by fire, just jump in the ring and see what happens?
It's tough to say now because of this Instagram stuff, but yeah, of course, it's going to be better getting your hands, dirty first and working with a company and grinding out for a year or two just to see, where that company is at and see if you could even grow with that company, or if that's the path you want to take first. Don't jump into it and blow money, because at first you're not going to know the business. You're not going to know your sales. You're not going to know your numbers. If you don't, put in the work, put in that effort, and that could kind of hurt you in the long run, because that first year in business could shut you right down if you don't know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely recommend, finding somebody that could kind of mentor you in a sense and help you grow and get to that next level.
Or maybe,
faster.
Maybe just start small, with smaller patios and just keep that your niche. Like, oh, we just do these size patios and just keep hammering the little ones until you master it, till you get it good. And then boom, oh yeah, we could do steps, add in steps here. Yep. Then fire pit area here. Then just keep working your way up slow. That's how I would recommend.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like smaller patios, like the 15 by 15s that we do, our patio packages, simple 1-day installs that could take one person a few days, 3 days to do by themselves, basically, and another helper. So yeah, I would suggest that too. That would work.
Yeah. And I guess thinking about it like that too, the lawn care side of things versus hardscaping, totally different. Like with grass, there's room for error. You can learn, you know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect. And if you're cutting a lawn once, every week, whatever, you're going to get good at it pretty quick. Hardscape, there's a lot more to it where there's not a lot of wiggle room for error. Like you guys got to do a good job. You got to do it right the first time. Or otherwise it's going to just create a ton of issues for you and for the client later on. So,
and it's tough with the lawns too, because
you're getting more complaints.
It's so many more. The competition's insane too.
Everyone's undercutting.
Everyone's undercutting you too. You could get a freaking huge lawn, commercial account. Like, oh man, we got it next year. Boom.
Yeah, you could do the best you can on a commercial lawn, but it all matters about that money. Someone could come on under you, with 30,000, 10,000, 5,000, and you're going to get it swept underneath the rug. Even if you're doing a good job.
Yeah,
that's what's crazy.
So that's why we're getting out of it too.
Yeah,
completely done. But we could get into that later. How we got out of it.
I'll say. So you guys still have any active maintenance clients, or is that kind of something you're pretty much already phased out of?
So this year we formed our 2 crews for hardscaping, and then we have a landscaping as well. So we were having that one crew do the lawns, but we could generate more income when we're doing patios and things like that with more jobs. So what we did was we kept these lawns, and I'm subbing out those commercial accounts from somebody, which I'm still making some money, at the end of the month. Basically a little bit more than what I was making to have my guys there. Less maintenance, less wear and tear on my trucks, less wear and tear on my machines. We did everything logistically and correctly to have that sub in place. And he's doing a hell of a job. I have one guy kind of going monitoring, making sure he's doing the right thing and things like that. So right now we're in the transition where I called up the manager and I said, listen, this guy's great. He's been doing your lawn for the past year. You don't even know that, he knows the properties by now. I'm at this point where I just want to make an easy transition. Can we get him in place and take over instead of myself? Because, I still get the calls from them and, can you do this? Can you do that? So I'm like, let's just cut our ties and be done with it. So yeah, this year we're going to be fully done. We're actually in the transition right now of making that move. So we'll see what happens in the next week or 2.
Right on. Interesting thing you just said there, where it's like, you already got this guy cutting the lawn. Whether the client knows that or not, you can tell them then, be like, look, this guy's been doing it for the past however long. If you like the work, then it makes, pretty good sense for you to just continue rolling with his thing. And that's actually something, the last podcast, so I had a guest on named Justin, and he does mostly lawn care stuff, but he's gone through and basically done, I think it was like 6 or so acquisitions where he would buy up other lawn care companies and just kind of take on their clients and their routes. And one of the things that he said that he learned after doing that a couple of times was, before him or the previous owner would say anything to the clients, he would cut their lawn for like 2 weeks. That way that, there was less, he'd lose less of the customers when they made the announcement that, hey, we're switching companies, we just bought these guys out, whatever. It was kind of like, hey, if you've liked the service so far, we've been mowing you for the past 2 weeks. Also, we just bought out this company. If you want to sign on with us, here's our, routine, here's our service contract, all of that stuff. So I think that'll probably work out pretty well for you guys.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then when I told her that, she was like, really? She's like, you had that? I'm like, yeah, everything was good though. I'm an additional insurer onto his policy, blah, blah, blah. I did the right steps to make it happen. She's like, awesome. She's like, that's what I want to hear then. That's great. So I don't have to look for somebody. So he's happy about it. She's happy about it. If it's a smooth transition, then it's good for all parties, and it doesn't make us look bad too. Like, see you later. Yeah. She won't leave us a bad review. So that's why, that's what we have, a little, we have some heart. So, we look out for our clients as well. So that's why I think we gained the traction that we did.
Absolutely. That's probably one of the hardest things with lawn care stuff. There are those clients where you realize pretty quickly, like, hey man, for one reason or another, this isn't going to work out, but it always kind of sucks when you just leave them high and dry with, the grass is still growing, and whether you cut it or not, they're going to have to deal with that in some way. So if you can kind of either, sub that out or refer them to someone else, just leaves a better taste in their mouth for you, at least, too.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. How else has the transition from, phasing out the lawn care, moving strictly into paver patios, hardscaping projects, how has that affected your business? One of the things that I always liked about the lawn care, we did with my business, it was probably like 60% lawn care and 40% installs, landscape projects, stuff like that. I always liked the recurring revenue aspect of the lawn care. It made things a little bit more predictable. But how have you guys noticed, or how have you guys kind of accommodated those changes, moving out of that more into project-based work?
What was the question again? Sorry.
How has transitioning from lawn care moving into strictly like projects?
Oh, 100%. Unbelievable. The cash flow is there for us. And how we're priced, we price per day, and our working days are 198 working days instead of 365. So basically, we just need to make that money in that 198 working days. So we're just grinding it out, especially with 2 crews now. Our cash flow is so high that we can go out, purchase what we want. And if anything breaks down, we have the funds that we want. So when it comes into that winter, this sets us apart from when it comes to winter, right to basically now, into the next season pretty much. We could get into the Christmas stuff in a little bit, but that took us to the next level, basically took over our snow plowing. Yeah. But I would just say the cash flow, man, right now is just crazy. I love the reoccurring revenue as far as the mowing goes, but for us as a company, it was kind of, we weren't making much money. I was literally, I'll tell you, I was making $4,000 a month on these $200,000 commercial accounts that I have, you know what I mean? With doing it in-house.
Having our guys.
So it wasn't worth it to us. Me subbing it out and make a little bit more, I'm at $6,000. So for us, it made sense to get rid of it, push a lot more work out with another crew and keep that cash flow moving, keep it higher. In fact,
we can make that $4,000 in 4 days if we have another crew out there. That's how we factored it.
Net profit.
Yeah.
100%. So when it comes to getting your business started, if you think back to like the first year that you guys were officially on your own doing it for real, what was one of the biggest challenges that you remember facing getting that thing off the ground and getting started?
Probably getting clients, man. Yeah. A lot of people didn't really trust us. We looked really young when we look young now, people say. So when I was 24, man, I looked like I was 13, so it was kind of hard getting projects. A lot of the times we'd go up to houses and act like we weren't even the owners trying to get jobs. So I would just act like I'm not the owner. Oh, hey, I'm just here for your estimate. And my name is Chris with Black Diamond Design Landscaping. I am the project manager or something. You know what I mean? I would say, I wouldn't say I'm the owner. And some people would even we would do jobs and sometimes they'd be like, are you guys the owners? And I'm like, no, we're not the owners. We're just here to, do the work. I'm just here, and it never got to the point where it was like, who's the owner like that? Because we were just starting out. So it was more like, have us get our trust first. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it was fun those first few years.
Yeah.
Getting our feet wet and kind of learning, as you go type thing. Like I said, I didn't have Instagram or anything like that. So it was tough.
Yeah. If you compare that to this year, what's the biggest problem you guys have faced this year?
This year, I wouldn't even say getting employees either right now.
Biggest problem?
Or just challenge, obstacle, something that you're working on right now, what you see as
right now, I would say it's more qualified leads. We get leads, but I want more qualified leads. So we're learning each day too, still, how to get them qualified leads as far as Google and everything. The best, this is what you do. So it's basically, just trying to get more qualified leads, as I would say,
and screening calls. So basically having our office staff, when they're calling up, talking to Annalisa when she answers the phone, how to screen those calls. So I'm not going to waste my time when I go on the consultation.
Because when you were answering the calls, or I was answering the calls,
we would give them a quick screen on them and like, this would be around this much money. And then like, oh yeah, that's a little too high. I'm not interested. And just to save me some time, save them some time.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, what are some of the qualifying questions? What are some of the things that you guys are looking for during that screening process for it to check out and be like, yeah, this is someone that we can definitely help, definitely want to work with. It's a green light. Let's go do this estimate. Let's go commit the time, the money to go out there, walk the property, talk to this customer. The things you guys are looking for.
And it's obviously looking at the house. To me, you got to see the house first to see where you're at, where you're going to, where that property is located.
What are they looking for? Yeah. Are you looking for pavers? Because some people think we do some stamped concrete. If they call, get them out of the way right away. No, I'm just looking for pavers. Bam. Okay. Do you know what size? No. Do you know how big of an area? No, I don't really know.
How many cars?
How many cars you think you would want to fit on your patio? Maybe 4 or 5 off. So you're looking probably around 600 square foot. Anything else? Little things like that would get us there right off the bat. But that's just our typical questions we ask them.
And shoot them a price,
quick,
like roughly.
Yeah. But I mostly go out to all the projects. Depending, with walls, I'm trying to not go out to many. So if they could take some pictures of it. because I'm booked out pretty far with my consultations right now. So, if we could try to get those clients to send us up in a picture of their backyard, if they're looking for a wall, give us the dimensions quick, and I could have an estimate to them the next day.
Yeah, we don't screen as much as we do now because we have our patio packages out on our website now. So basically they're just cookie cutter square patios, 15 by 15, 18 by 18, 21 by 21. Prices are listed on there. So they can get the idea just from looking at that if they want to move forward with us. If they're like, oh, our patio is going to be a little bit bigger than this. This is just cookie cutter. Oh, your custom's a little bit more money than that. Absolutely. Because these are 1 to 2 day installations. So, and then us having this brand new showroom and everything, it kind of legitimizes us a little bit. So, people kind of know where we're at and where we stand with our work and what we can provide, the value of what we offer as well with our services.
Every time I go to a consultation, I bring up the patio package and say, oh, we've seen that on the website. Nobody has prices of their their patios. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we started it. We started with our mentor, James from 100
You
million.
probably know him, right?
Yeah.
James
Reed, yeah. So he talked to us about it, and we implemented it in our business, and clients love it. They love seeing the numbers and basing off of that, where they would pretty much know where we're at, price wise on a patio.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of guys, they are either for or against the whole publicizing your prices and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it depends. I think there's a couple different ways you could go about doing it, but really it's just, for you guys as a company, it's a decision that you make for yourself, right? But that screening process is kind of hard because, everybody's different. A lot of times, the client too, first of all, they never truly know what they want. A lot of times, they're going to have an idea in their head, and whether that fits with their budget or their expectations for timeline, like there's a lot of factors that, you guys kind of need to sit down with them and help them through that process. So, that's not all information that's easily captured on a website form. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot to it. So it's definitely something that's a little tricky to crack to. And also the client might get sticker shock when they look at the price. But then again, if you're there talking to them face to face, and you can explain the value, the workmanship, the warranty, whatever, all the other, good reasons for why this costs how much it does. And also you don't get that opportunity over the phone or with like a website form where you can kind of sell them on the outcome, right? The dream result, where you can help them in their backyard, stand there and, walk them through it, whatever, and get them to actually visualize what it's going to look like. A lot of they might have that idea, but they see the price. And then if those two things aren't, equal in their minds as far as what they want and the value of that, it can be difficult to just kind of, have them be like, oh, well, 15 by 15 is this much. I don't know. You don't get the opportunity to like close them, sell them, and,
And that, your website is your best salesman as well. You know what I mean? So we're setting up our website with videos on there, educational, what's underneath our base. We have basically a playbook is when we go out to the consultations is we go through this playbook, meet the team, what's underneath our base, frequently asked questions, the whole nine. So we're giving them an experience. We're providing value when we get there. When our office gets an intake call, after she hangs up the phone, she's sending out a video of myself or Rich saying, hey, nice to meet you. Thanks for choosing us as your company. This is what you're going to expect when we come out on the job site. Make sure that you guys take some notes, have them written down, ready for us. And then I'm going to be coming out, taking measurements, blah, blah, blah. So now when that time comes, we go out to the consultation, we set our mark, we go over the playbook with them. After we leave, our office sends another video, giving more value, saying, thank you so much for your consultation. It was a pleasure walking the property with you. We want to explain to you, you're going to see your estimate out 3 to 4 working days. So if you don't see it by then, don't worry. It's going to be on its way. We're working on it. And then, so right there alone, they're seeing our face. One on the intake call. If they didn't even see our website, if they've seen our website, that's 1 already. So 1 on the intake call, 2 once we get there, 3 when we leave.
They're remembering you.
And then when they do want to accept it, the estimate, we send another video thanking them. They're a part of the team, blah, blah, blah. Then we have the process of, when their installation is going to be and things like that. And just be ready for the contract, the agreement and everything like that. So it's a good experience. A lot of people are like blown away by all of that. Like, you guys are just unbelievable. I can't believe you do all this. The other guy just didn't even show up, or this guy just came and just shot me a quick quote. You guys are, they just see the value in our company
and what they're getting.
Yeah. So they'll spend a little bit more with us because they see the value in it. They know we're going to stick around for a lot longer than these other people, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. It just those couple extra touches, those couple extra minutes of them seeing your face, listening to your voice, having you talk about what you're going to do and kind of guiding them through that process, bro, that's huge. That's everything.
Game
I
changer.
can tell you from personal experience, my mom, she knows what I do. She called me the other day and she's looking to get the roof redone on her house. And the company she's working with had the same thing. As soon as they did the estimate, they sent her the video, brings her to the website, all the questions. Here's what you can expect. They got the video with timestamps. Here's our process. Here's what we do. Here's this. And she was like, this is really, really cool. Like, you should talk to people about this. You should whatever. And I was like, okay. So from a third party outside source, someone from the, customer side of things, it's huge, man. And it really makes a big difference as far as how they felt. And like, obviously what you guys are doing where it's paper patios or a roof, like these are big ticket projects. These are things that people are investing a lot of money into and it's going to benefit their property, all this other stuff. So it's like, they want to go with the right guy. And if you can give them a million reasons why you're the right guy, it's awesome. So
it's awesome. Just show your clients an experience, be trustworthy, and provide a good service. And that's all we say is that's what we're trying to elevate our game to the next level each and every time. We have a coach for that as well and a mentor. So he helps us out a lot. So it helps us get to that next level a lot faster than what it would take just by ourselves. So it's good.
And it's like you guys had to do what? You filmed all those videos one time. Maybe you got to tweak them over,
Oh, dude, it was like a lot of takes, man, too. You know what I mean? It was a lot. And then
but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
3 hours tops, maybe, not even.
But at the end of the day, it's like you take the time to do the thing and you do it once and you build the systems as far as, hey, when this person calls, send them this. Once you build the thing, though, it's a part of your business and it's going to be part of every customer's journey from there on out. So how would you say that 100% the effort put into making that all work, getting the videos done, getting the systems built, having that kind of implemented, like it's already paid off?
Oh, yeah.
You have to have systems. You have to have systems in your business. 100%. Because when that person leaves,
elevate you.
Because if that one person leaves, man, you want that other person that comes in to take over and know exactly what's going on. You want to have everything in place for that next person that comes in place and set that person up for success. You always want to.
You're not going to grow if you don't have systems in place. You're not going to grow. No, at all.
Is that something
you're going to be out there doing the backbreaking work the whole time? I thought I was going to be doing my entire life until we talked to some people, talked to a mentor, and we grew from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we always wanted to work on our business and not work for our business. And that's what our goal was, from the jump start. We didn't want to work for our business, till we were fucking 60, 70, 80 years old.
Yeah.
We wanted to build something here and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's from my time and experience inside of the landscape industry too, like you see it all too often where it's like, there's a lot of older guys that have been doing this for a very long time. And it's like, bro, how does your body even still handle all this? Like
a lot of it, man. And I'm just like, how are you still on a mower, man? You're fucking 60, you're 50.
And for whatever reason, whether it was, lack of education or business knowledge or just not feeling comfortable hiring people or that kind of, if you want something done
stuck in their ways
mentality, like, yeah, it's hard to, there's a lot of reasons why, but it's definitely tricky and kind of like almost sad when you see it. Cause it's like, damn, dude, like if you clap, if you go under, bro, this whole business ends and it's over. Like, if you, I forget where I saw this. I wish I could quote the person directly, but it's like, if you can't walk away from your business for 2 weeks and it's still running without you, you don't have a business, you have a job.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like I'm in the same process right now where I'm going through every single one of my day-to-day tasks and filling out, a Google Doc sheet with screen recordings and videos. Here's how you do this. When someone signs on, here's what we do. We deliver this, every single step of the process so that you can take that and hand it off to someone else or basically replace yourself in as many different situations as possible so that you can start focusing up chain on those higher level activities. That's like basically what you should be focused on as the owner, CEO, whatever of your business. So definitely huge.
And I don't even have to go on the job sites anymore. We use company cam. My guys take pictures every day of the whole process of what they're doing. They get the base stone in, take a picture. They get the bedding layer leveled out, screed it out, take a picture. So when I could just go on during the day, I could look right now and see what they're doing and see how it's going. And, every morning, get my coffee, I'll shoot to the job site, check it out, make sure they're running smooth, make sure it looks good. And it's been helping a lot. It helps us a lot. I don't even have to go out there anymore.
Well, not even
as much.
Not even company can. We have our office too that sets up a project folder. Basically, it has all of our tracking in place with that, where they have to fill out, our tracking forms. So any receipts or anything like that they have, they're putting them in the folder and they're writing down the hours of the guys that are there. They already have the hours. We track each job, so they're tracking everything.
Receipts, everything.
They're tracking everything on that. They're taking the photos. So basically, when those numbers come back, the office on the following week, myself or Rich are sitting down on a Monday morning. We're going over all the numbers that they did last week, all the jobs. So we're making sure everything's running efficient. If we're not doing well and ordering, enough material, you're like, Rich, why aren't you ordering enough material? You were short, $800 on this last job. Next time, make sure that you're, for this type of job, this is what you need to be ordering. Okay. Then we make our mental notes. We put them in our process in our systems. So then the next time it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So we're always learning, each time we're trying to catch things before it happens.
Yeah.
Not repeating the same mistakes. It's just
you don't want to wait.
Yeah. So
you don't want to wait to the end of the year to do them and then be like, holy shit, man, I could have caught this fucking 8 months ago and we could have made $30,000, $40,000 more.
Yeah. And then with all of us, as far as a company, we're all on the same apps as far as our field management. Our field technicians aren't on the apps, just our managers basically are, our field op managers and project managers, the office, and myself and Rich. So basically we know exactly what's going on in our company at all times. They have a piece of paper, it's called the scorecard. And those numbers could basically tell me, if I'm on vacation and if I get this scorecard from Rich and say, hey, let me take a look at the scorecard, and I look at it, it could tell me everything I need to know if the company's doing okay for those last week. So I could just be like, all right, sounds good. Looks good, man. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like I got a letter flown out to me and just looked at the scorecard. I'd say, all right, everything looks good. Keep it going. That's what, I don't have to worry about anything. Perfect.
How many employees do you guys have at the moment?
16 total right now. 16. So it starts with our office staff. We have our social media coordinator. We have our office admin, myself, Rich. We have our shop coordinator, warehouse coordinator for our Christmas. He does both. Then we have our field operations manager. He looks over all job sites, making sure everybody's running efficient, making sure they're doing their job.
Make sure they have everything.
And then we have two project managers on the job sites at all times. So they're on the job sites, just making sure their jobs are running efficient, making sure they're doing the right things that they need to be doing. They're tracking the jobs. They're making sure material is on the job sites at all times, making sure those other guys, the field techs are all running correctly. Yeah. So everybody's just working together. Yeah. It's going good.
So when you guys were starting to get to the point, like 16 employees is a good amount. That's a lot of heads, a lot of bodies. Like, how did you guys build out the structure for kind of how they were all going to fit into your business? And then another thing that I like to ask guys is like, how important is it to you for like keeping track of or just managing like the company culture? Because obviously, you have really good guys around. It totally elevates the vibes and the energy of everyone else there. But those couple bad apples can totally sink the ship too. So how important is that to you guys? And like maybe some of the things that you're looking for when you hire people or bring them on?
It's really important.
It's really important, man. It all starts with our organizational chart. That basically tells you everything you need to know that's in our company and putting the right people in the right seats. So it starts with myself at the top, Rich below me, and it just branches off of that. It works its way down, all the way down to, the field techs. So we have everybody in place where they're on Hardscape 1, Hardscape 2. So basically before we started all of this, it was just more so like just one crew. So it was just building that out. Then it was like, all right, we need to do another crew. So let's create this organizational chart and then map that out. Okay, we need a field operations manager that's going to look over both job sites. We already have 2 field project managers. So let's separate them. So now one guy runs one crew, one guy runs the other. And then you have the field op manager making sure he's looking over both teams right now. Yeah. And then essentially off of that, we just do the field techs, who's going to be on what team,
the labor,
what guy benefits better with this guy. Sometimes we'll pull this guy and put him over here. But basically, it all just starts with that organizational chart. You can kind of see everything in your company and just basically work your way all the way down to the field techs.
And then see what you need too for those.
Yeah.
What that crew, if you're starting a new crew, that have an organizational chart, put all the tools that you need right there. So you could just keep marking off, every year if you're getting to that goal and be like, okay, I need this, I need the trailer, I need a truck, I need a skid steer, I need an excavator. Oh, okay. Hey, we needed 2 more laborers here. You know what I mean? So that helped us a lot.
And then also we give all of our guys on the hardscaping teams field, like what are they called? Hack outs. So their bags are just like mallets in there, rulers, safety glasses, earplugs. So they have everything. It's theirs. They have to keep track of it. If they lose it, they get deducted. They know the system, how everything works as well.
Yeah.
But essentially, to make everything run, we hold at least once. I try to do once a week, but you know how that is. It's very tough with the guys.
Yeah.
If things are running smooth, I won't pull them in the office. If something I really need to talk to them about, I'll bring them all in here and sit them down as a team, and then I'll discuss what's going on in the company. What they're doing right, or what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, we'll have them come here before they head out to a job site and just sit here for a half hour and go over, what we need to talk about with them.
Because that's more important.
So we're all on the same page.
You don't want to send out your crews right away. If there's something you really need to talk about, you want to kind of talk about that before they get onto a new job. Yeah. So, you want to sit them in place and not reprimand them, but just talk to them and figure out what's going on and say, this is, we can work on this, or we can improve on this.
Yeah, and before, man, when we didn't have nothing in place, we would have our top guy in, and, it would be a freaking Saturday or Sunday, and we would see something what happened with the job site, and I would text him on his day off, like, dude, what the heck did you do? You know what I mean? We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We'll wait till the weekend goes, until Monday, then we'll reach out to these guys and let them know what's going on and bring them in. We don't do that anymore.
Definitely don't.
Because you don't want to.
I would definitely not to text your guys.
You don't want to stress your guys out. You know what I mean? If they're out of work, you never want to text them out of work.
100%. I feel that. So when it comes to retaining or attracting like top level talent, because obviously, you can train a monkey how to mow a lawn, but with what you guys are doing, there's a little bit more, I don't want to say skill involved, but there's a higher level bar to entry. Like they have to have some qualities, some traits about them that are you can look at someone and probably know right away if they're going to be a good fit, right? So like, what are some of those things you guys look for? And during that hiring process, how are you guys kind of vetting your employees or
look for Spanish guys? No, just kidding.
No, just some experience, if they know how to lay pavers, and we do training. We do training at the shop and just go do a 15 by 15. Hey, my guys would be there watching them and making sure they do the process over and over and over, and make sure they're laying correctly, make sure they're cutting correctly. Because my guys know how I like everything cut. If I go on a project and I see a shitty cut, man, I'm going to tell them to rip it up. So they know that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You just got to take photos. It's all about training with the guys right at first, and just making sure they want to grow with you. So you want to show your employees where you want to go. You want to explain to them, hey, we want to be a $5 million, $10 million company in 5 years. This is you're the backbone of this company. You want to talk them up, and you want to get them excited about your company, and they're going to stay with you. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of guys that saying we love where we're headed. We know we love the culture. We love how you guys treat us, and we could see where we're going to be going in the future.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm goofy too. Sometimes, so when I go on the job sites, I'm messing with the guys, just joking around with them. I'm giving them money. Hey, go, spend money.
Like today,
just go get some lunch or get some. Have Joe get some drinks. He's project manager, one of them. So hey, go. And when Joe comes out, I call Joe. Hey, Joe, make sure you guys get the money. I give the guys money. Make sure that you guys go get them drinks. So it looks good on them too. So sometimes I'll even give the project managers money, have them purchase, some drinks, right? And then don't tell them that I paid for it. Tell them that you paid for it. So now it looks good. Like,
so everybody's happy.
Project manager's nice to me. You know what I mean? Let's show him, he treats us good. So we try to have our project managers treat our guys good, because, they're the backbone of the company, and they're going to get us to that next level. And they all know it. We hold company events. We're actually, there's a baseball stadium next to us, local college. It's like semi-pro. And we're going in July, and we're going to just bring the whole company,
we got 20, a nice, 30, we got 30, a nice 40 suite for the guys,
30, 40
some
people.
Beers, some food, just enjoying everybody's company. You know what I mean? And they like that.
Yeah, definitely. Those little things add up. And, on those days where maybe they're not feeling it so much, like you get a lunch from your boss that kind of like changes the mood a little bit for sure. And then also, like you said, I think the biggest thing is having that kind of roadmap for like where you want to go, right? Nobody wants to work a dead end job or a dead end career. And it makes it a lot easier for them to feel like they're a part of a bigger vision when you lay that out for them and say, hey man, like this is our roadmap as a company. Now, how you fit into that, there's a million different ways where things could go, but understand that all of us together are working towards a goal and that there's room for you to, help us and move up within this whole thing. So I think that's a big piece too.
Every year.
Yeah. So we have
make them fill it.
Yeah. We have like employee compensation, rates, job rates and everything like that. And just job description. So it's all laid out in front of them, especially when they have an interview. So when they come in here for an interview, the interview is literally like an hour long. Even if we need an interpreter, because we do have a lot of Spanish guys. And we just make sure that we lay that out in front of them and saying, hey, look where you could be at. Look where you're at and then look where you can be at. This is where we want to be. This is the company we want to grow. With your help, you can help get us there. And
we do a survey every year. At the end of the year, have the guys come in and they fill it out. It has just questions of, what do you like about the company? What can we do to do better? Things like that. So that helps a lot too.
Right.
We just implemented that this year for Christmas. So just to make us grow better and, and what we don't see when we're not on the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been like the biggest purchase or biggest investment that you've made in your business that's had outsized returns, whether it be a piece of equipment, a website, or this or that, an employee, someone, anything, like whatever you've put some time.
This showroom that we got here, we got 2,500 square feet of pavers laid out in here. This gives us a lot of credibility where clients come in here and they're just blown away.
People walk by too.
There's
55,000 people drive by a day.
Yeah.
We're right in the corner here.
Yeah. We're right in the front of the
names right out there.
Right in front of the main road, huge spot. Our names are out above. People didn't even know us until we got here and they're like, how long have you guys been around for? You know what I mean? We've been around 10 years, 14 years right now. It's our 14th year in business now, but, I would say the huge return is this. We track what we make, out of here. We track everything, where we get our leads from. And a lot of it were this year, was from this place. So we're very happy with the success we're running out of here right now.
Just starting basically 2 years ago, we basically grown since then once we started figuring out our company 2 years ago. It took us.
April was our first year in this place.
Yeah, it took us 2 years to figure out. It took us, 11 years. It took us to figure out how the hell we're going to grow this thing.
Yeah, basically,
it took us a long time.
Like I said, we were in our own ways. I didn't want help from anybody. We started in 2010, so probably 2020. That's when we found our mentor. And it's just changed our business for the good. We were losing a lot of money and things like that and not doing what we should, not scaling correctly. And then when we met him, it just changed our business. So basically it was a restart for us 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And now, I wish I learned what we learned now 10 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So is the showroom, is that open to the public? Like anybody can walk in there right now and come see what's in there, talk to your guys, whatever?
Yep.
Anytime.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
But anyway, just trying to so right now I'm in the, trying to figure out ways to get people in here. We have that little inflatable thing outside that's waving. We got signs. I'm making new signs now. I'm starting to advertise a little bit more on Facebook, trying to get people into our showroom. And we'll see how the return's going to be. We'll see how the return's going to be as far as that goes. But we're just trying to get people in here because once they step foot in here, we could sell them on anything.
Yeah, I was going to say being able to walk in, see it, touch it, that really seals the deal in their mind as far as like what this looks like in your backyard or in your driveway, walkway, whatever. So I'm sure that's probably going to be a huge asset for you.
It's huge. And then when I'm going to consultations, I tell them about this place, I give them the brochure, they see where it's at.
Always.
And maybe 90% of my clients, they come in here and pick out their pavers.
And we're also
instead of going to them and showing them 3 different pavers, they could see at least the whole thing almost.
We're also thinking about ways of how, we could generate more income out of here now. Another factor is we're trying to sell our commercial grills out of here now. I just ordered, 4 sets of grills now. So I'm trying to push that a little bit more as well because we're a dealer for Kokomo grills. now. So they're out of Arizona, great company. And we're just trying to figure out ways of how we can generate more income. And what we're thinking too is have not like a 3D walkthrough kind of on our website of our showroom where someone could just click like different sections and it like flies you through different areas of our showroom.
Yeah.
So they can see it before they,
you click on a paver, tell them the paver name, stuff, things like that. Or even have a walkthrough and me explaining the whole thing in here.
Yeah.
We're trying to come up with something.
Yeah. That's what we're in the process of doing now. It's crazy.
Give it like a year or two, and I'm sure there's going to be someone that could come in there and do like a VR.
Yes.
Like that
360 thing. That's what I was thinking, man.
Yeah.
Like something crazy. Or I could just throw on our site.
This is only our second year, and we're getting a lot more people coming in here now.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So it's good. It's really good. It paid off.
At first, the first year was like, damn, why aren't we getting a lot? You're thinking you're going to get a lot. You always think that when you open up something or start something, you're new. So you're always thinking you're going to be fucking millionaires after that. But, it takes time. It really does. It takes a lot of work and just kind of structure your business and figure out ways of how to get people in, get people to know who you are, essentially.
What are your favorite and least favorite parts of running a business?
My favorite part is seeing the client's reaction after we're done with the project.
Mine is
my least favorite. Least favorite part of the business. Payroll. No, I'm kidding. That's a tough question.
I'll let you get back to it. My favorite part is just coming in here every day. It's a different feel in here. I really love to get up early, get my day started, come in here with a cup of coffee, get on my computer, figure out what I need to do for the next day. I have everything planned out each day on my task list. So I just love getting right after it and getting on things and I love figuring out of how I can grow this company and get it to the next level. Least would be, my least would probably be the phone calls from employees. What we're trying to work on right now is basically, like I said, it was like a revamp 2-3 years ago. So we still have employees from our old past of what we used to do. So they're constantly used to call us. So our new form is that's why we have that field operations manager now. He should be taking the calls now. So they're still used to trying to call me right now. So that's more so right now is just trying to get the guys.
It's getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better each day, but just trying to get the guys, on the same page as us. And
in the Telegram app that we're all on to.
Yeah.
We're all in the group. So they could just text that group. We tell them anytime.
But they'd rather text us.
Everybody sees it and they can answer it if they know.
Yeah, but
if it's something bad, then something really serious, then I'll make sure I call them up.
And it's like the stupidest things too. They'll text you or call you and you're like, dude, just put it on Telegram. Someone, call Justin. He'll be able to help you out. You guys know this.
Yeah, that's
fine. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. You know what I mean? So it's a process. It's a learning curve for sure.
Actually, I just love, I can't really come up with the least favorite. It's tough for me because, I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love everything about it, even, the downs, because it just makes you better.
Yeah.
It makes you grow.
Yeah, 100%. So if I could snap my fingers and solve one problem for your business right now, what would it be?
That's a hard question, dude. Damn.
It could be like anything.
Solve one thing. You could snap your fingers right now. What would it be?
Damn, and it would solve?
It'd just be whatever problem is there, whatever thing, whatever system, anything related to the business at all. If it could be on or fixed or better with a snap of the fingers, what would it be?
Guys beating up our machines.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize your employees are it's part of the game though. You have other people, they don't treat it like they're yours. Obviously we try to tell our guys,
teach them.
Make sure, we try to teach them and train them and things like that.
Talk with them.
But they're going to do what they want with them.
I'll say that's a tough one, dude.
So if we can snap our fingers and crack that out, let's do it, dude. I'm down for that.
All right. I know a genie. I can put you on.
Let's go.
I mean,
that would be awesome. But yeah, that's one of them, man, right now. It's just, you know what I mean? If something goes down, man, you're down. And we try to explain that to our guys as well. It's like, hey, if you're beating your machines up, and this goes down, now you're down. Our company's down, and they start to realize that. So it's like I said, it's learning, man. It's learning every day.
And callbacks, snap your fingers. Boom. I don't want no more callbacks. Just little things, what the guys do, grading off a little, or just little things like that.
Not doing it to our liking.
Not doing it the way we want it done. We like to leave a project flawless, especially grading too. That was me and his most important thing when we were leaving a project. Make sure everything's graded on that perfect, everything's freaking smooth into the grades, looks good. That's how we did it.
I was the best.
That's how we're teaching our guys, but they're getting there. They're good. Yeah. They're good.
I was the best.
Not as good as me and him.
I was the best on the York rake, man. Tell anyone.
Yeah.
Freaking get me on there. Do it. I was freaking.
You still are.
Grade that thing out.
Yeah. When it comes to investing in the equipment, what were some of the first things that you guys, put down the cash for? Like, we need this for our business. It's going to help us help our guys make things quicker, faster, easier. What were some of those first things, those first big purchases that were like changing?
It's there.
No, dump truck.
No, first big.
Oh, first big. Yeah.
Skid steer, I'm going to say definitely helped because we were renting it all the time.
Yeah.
Just the money was insane. It was like $2,500 a month or something, wasn't it? Or more?
To rent.
Just for renting?
Just for renting it, $2,500 a month,
That'd be
now we're at what, $800-900 when we buy a new one?
Yeah, exactly. $1,200 now, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was awesome when you first bought the skid steers, and then it took us a little bit, then we got the excavator. So I would say that just because it's more efficient for the guys, On the second crew right now, so we're kind of like in the middle right now of where we're at, where we need a new machine. So it's like, do we want to get a dingo? Because the second
doing the smaller ones.
The second crew's doing the little ones, the 15 by 15s, and the smaller jobs, some landscaping jobs and things like that. So just getting their feet wet until they get into the bigger projects. So we basically have Hardscape 1 is like the main crew, and Hardscape 2 is the guys just getting into the little stuff. So we're just in the middle, like right now, of buying something. So maybe it might be a dingo. We don't know.
But you know how that comes in. Once you buy equipment, you got to buy a trailer.
But the last video we just did, I had, I was saying, these guys are doing a 15 by 15, and the guys were digging out with the picks, and people were commenting like, yo, get them a dingo, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I asked them. I said, hey, do you guys need a machine for this? They're like, no, we are the machine. We're good, boss. We'll get this done. And they got it done the same efficiency as they would if a dingo was on site. And it's crazy because we track everything. So we know what the times are, even with a machine or without a machine. And it was right there.
And
Insane. It was a little bit soft building. It was good.
Sweet. What is your worst experience with a client, like a Karen? Do you have any horror stories?
Oh my God. Yeah. The one guy that screwed us over at $24,000.
Yeah.
He's kind of screwed us over. He was a stickler.
He was nice, dude.
Yeah, he was bad, man.
And then,
big project, huge. It's like $180,000 project. We were left with like $24,000.
I would made like $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's just
big money.
Then it was picky. It was, I went, that was stupid though. That's when we used to seal patios.
This was before,
we still do.
This was before, this was before water-based stuff. Sealing.
Yeah. So it was solvent-based, man. And you know how that is. Dude, we went out, it was like 10 o'clock to do it. Sun was beating down, sprayed down. I started back rolling it. And then you just could see all the streaks, and that was their main concern. Why? And then they just started bringing up little things like what was wrong with the grill station. This job was freaking perfect, man.
This grill station,
and they were just nitpicking every little.
They were on a hill, dude. This grill station,
just because they didn't want to spend
this grill station on the back side of it, because it was basically a raised bed. So on the back side, the grill station, when it hit the ground to all the way up, it was 8 feet. And when you're standing out, obviously on the patio, 3 feet, but it was heavy. So basically we had to do a fucking huge footing, dude, like vertical beams down and everything, just to make sure it was all supported perfectly. Like got an engineer and everything for this job. Then the guy was saying that his granite cracked, which I went over really quick, just checked. Dude, his granite didn't crack. So he's just figuring out ways, screwing us. So he screwed us over on 24,000. That kind of hurt us a little bit because it kind of ate into a lot of shit. So it kind of put us a little in debt on that job because the material and stuff needed to get paid. Yeah. But that one was bad. That one was bad.
And the clients that come out all the time and just watch every little thing you do. That's the ones that are tough. But
100%.
Well, we don't have to look at it anymore. The guys have to call us and be like, yo, this guy's out here all day just watching us.
Like, just get the job done and
get the job done. I get it, man. We've been there.
Yeah, that's tough. So obviously you guys have put a lot of effort into social media. You guys got a good following, especially on Instagram. I know you said you're getting into YouTube and stuff too. How has that affected your business? Like, have you noticed any difference with like clients or customers mentioning it?
Not really. Yeah, we do
Yeah,
have
we do
some
get a lot.
followers on Instagram. I'll give you that. But I'm not targeting clients. I'm targeting clients on our Facebook, where we're showing our projects, we're showing clean stuff, and I'm talking properly, and I'm not talking and swearing and things like that. So
No
I'm attracting different people on Instagram. So I have a different target because of where I want to be on Instagram and YouTube and things like that. So yeah, I would say, yeah, we got some clients off.
But they love it, man.
But they love it. Like I have a client that just seen us on Instagram and was like, yo, I followed you.
You guys are great.
You guys are awesome. So they fit in well with us. So they're going to have people like that. There's also going to be some clients maybe that follow us that were like, nah, we don't like them. So I'm sure there was a few of them, but I don't
But
care.
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Keep on moving. We'll keep on moving. You keep on moving.
Yeah. So what is the goal with the social media stuff? Like obviously it's time out of your guys' day. I know you said you had a social media manager, coordinator, something like that, video guy, I'm sure. So how does that all work like in the grand scheme of your business? Like what is the end goal with it?
The end goal, I would say we're just still trying to figure that out. But like I said, I'm trying to create my course and then trying to figure out different, size tickets of how we can scale that. Once we get into my social media course and teach people how to edit videos, it's not going to be like your normal social media course where, it's going to teach you how to grow. It's going to basically teach you what we learn in business, how we grew our business, like bonus footage and stuff like that, what apps we use, how we function on a day-to-day basis. And also you're going to get of how to scale your social media, how to shoot. We're going to be on the job sites with cameras, how to edit your videos. So it's going to be like all in detailed on this course. It's going to be totally different than anything else. It's going to be awesome. So I'm working on it every day right now, trying to get it ready for the fall time and trying to roll it out. But right now that's my main focus on that. And right now it's hard trying to grow on social media. It's, the algorithm's all screwed up and it's just, I don't know. It's very tough right now. But
so with that course, is that tailored more towards landscape, home service, business kind of guys, or just social media in general?
I'm trying to do anything. I'm not trying to do
Roofer.
It is for hardscaping and landscaping, right? I'm going to say in a sense, it's not going to be called anything regarding that. I'm still working on the name, but it's going to be more broad. Roofers and things like that. I'm going to be showing you how to use the drone videos and what cameras to get. Even if it is a phone, this is how you can, just use your phone on the job site really quick and get some quick content. What to post, when to post, how to post, check your insight, your analytics, like the whole nine, man. I'm just going through everything, what I do. In a sense.
That sounds dope, man. Definitely let me know when you get closer to finalizing that and putting it out.
It's going to be sick, trust me. A lot of videos on it. It's not going to just
it's going to be affordable.
Yeah, exactly. A few $100.
And we got something else brewing.
It's going to be sick.
Right on. So I want to ask you a couple questions about sales, because obviously, with what you guys are doing where the average project price is, thousands of dollars, and that's a little bit different than trying to close someone on a weekly lawn maintenance program, right? There's definitely a little more involved with it. You're spending more time with the customer. We talked a lot about all the other things you guys are doing with like the videos and the stuff on your website. But when it comes to like closing a deal in person, where it's like, hey, you've gone through some of those steps in the process, you're on the site with the customer, whether they have the, proposal or not, as far as like things that you're doing, things that you're saying, how you're approaching that situation so you can get the signature and collect the check. What are some of those things that you guys have kind of learned, some tips and tricks, if you will, when closing these bigger projects?
Yeah, just
price marinate, man. We learned that
price
from Ryan
marinate.
Lee.
I basically do, and just being real with the client. Don't lie to your clients when you first meet them. Firm handshake, look them in the eye.
Be confident.
Be confident. Go over what values you're going to put out to them and provide to them, and just be real with them about your whole company. Like we said, we do the playbook. I go over my whole business with the client. The videos help a lot, and basically being involved, make sure their quote gets out fast and getting back to that client. So if I send out I finish an estimate, I go back, I'll put it in for the next day to get it started on. I'll have that next day or 2 days. 2 days is my minimum. I'll have the estimate to them in 2 days. And then I'll do another 3 days after I send it. Or once I send it, I'll tell my office, hey, I just sent over the estimate. They'll shoot them a text on the Google Voice, the phone for the business. Then 3 days after, I'll reach back out to them if they didn't reach out to the office. I'll say, hey, seeing if they got the estimate, if they had any questions. If they don't return my call, or if they don't return my email again, I'll wait another 2 to 3 days. I'll give them a call, talk to them on the phone.
Follow-up game is important.
The follow-up game is important, really important. And then, so what I do typically when I'm on a project, going over it, I'll throw out a number, man. I'll be like, okay, you want a fire pit here, grill station here. I know my numbers, so I know how much we work per day, how much my guys are running, how much my business is supposed to make per day. So I'll do that in my head while we're talking about everything. And I'm like, okay, you're looking probably around $60,000 to $75,000, and then see what their reaction is first. See what they do. If they say, oh my God, that's way too high, then, oh, what are you thinking? Oh, I was thinking like 30,000. Then their budget. All right. Then you could be like, okay, for 30,000, we could take off this, we could do that. This is what's great about pavers. We could always add on in the future, things like that. I do.
So that's what gets in their head too. So you're showing the client an experience, you're giving them value, and then you're going over it with them right there, kind of price marinating it, which means price it 20% higher. Then if they say, whoa, that's awesome, great for you. Yeah. And if not, then you say, okay, this is what we can do, and then just figure out what you can do on your end.
And even if they say, oh yeah, I was thinking, $70,000. Okay. Then, see where you're coming up with that number. Maybe try to get that a little bit lower if you can hit those numbers and just be below that number that you said. Then when you get it to them, then they're thinking in their head, oh, wow, gave us a deal.
Yeah. And I do a little bit differently than he does. I still do the same process during the consultation and playbook and all of that and give them value and what we could do. When I come back, I get my estimates out within a day too, because I'm doing all the landscaping stuff. So they're quick, man. Sometimes I even come back and get it done that same day. So they're like, holy shit. But I set up my estimates and everything from my computer. And then I go through, it's an app, it's called Loom. So essentially it's like this kind of deal, like, you're face to face and you could pull up. I have a PowerPoint presentation basically already set up and I just plug and play and put it in there.
That's insane.
Put their name and everything. So I just go through the whole slide with them. Nice meeting you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking to them right in front of the camera. And now I'm just going over everything with them again, what plants they're going to get, doing this, I'm showing them on it. I'm talking to them. And then at the end, I go over their estimate with them. So now, they're
seeing the value.
They're seeing the value in it and they're trusting me a little bit more. So I've closed a lot more since doing that. I just started doing that literally like a month ago.
Yeah. It's all,
and I'm Rich, you got to get on that. You got to get on it. I'm like,
because it's amazing, man. The way it's set up, the PowerPoint presentation with our company and, everything on there. And then I could pull up a design on there and just
show them it
and talk with them just like you're talking to me.
Instead of just sending it, you know what I mean? You're giving the client more value.
That's sweet. And I like the Loom recordings too. I have some of those set up. And the fact that it's more personalized too, where you can have them through it and they're seeing your face.
They could comment back and everything, like it and all that. And you could see if they already looked at it. So I could sometimes people look at it 4 or 5 times and I'm like, all right, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, they're really thinking about it. They're ready.
You can see how long that they're watching it for. They're watching it all the way through. It's pretty gnarly. I love it.
It's dope.
Yeah. Loom is sweet. On that note, are there any other softwares or programs that you guys use in your day-to-day operations for the business? It could be related to, staff managing all of that stuff, or even like your CRM stuff on the back end too.
Yeah. So Telegram we use for all communication with everybody in our company. We use Monday. Monday is basically formatted for follow-ups and things like that, and new leads. We put our new leads in there, and then any updates. We basically customize Monday to our business. So essentially, when a lead comes in to the proposal sent, when a client emails us, it goes directly into that, how we're set up.
Installation needed, all that.
Fixed requests. That's all set up through that as far as running our business, what needs to get done. So we're not missing anything. Company cam for all of our company photos and things like that with the crews. What else we got? When I work is basically a time. What is it?
Time card.
Time card, yeah. digital time card for our
for
crew.
our guys. They just go on every morning when they get to the shop and go on it and click on when they start, when their lunch hits and everything else.
Yeah, when I works
when
great.
they're clocking out.
And then Asana we use. Basically, that's for all our daily tasks. Asana is basically what I use on a daily basis. When I come in this office, I open up Asana. The first thing and I see is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have a whole list of what I need to get done. And you just click it and it takes it off and it goes for the following week. So it's constantly there. And then I also have a random section where if I do need to do something for, I don't know, let's say today's Tuesday, for Wednesday, I'll just click, okay, need to get this done. And then I'll put the due date for Wednesday. It will appear, bang, I'm ready to do it the next day. And then also what I love about Asana is I could assign other team members in our office, Rich, Annalisa, Jocelyn, I could assign them to any task that I want. And we also have another section in Asana where it's, BDD upper, basically upper management. All of us are in there. And it's basically our 90-day goals, what we need to get done. And we assign one of us to them to get it done. And then we have our 2024 goals. And then we have things to purchase on that as well. So we can keep updated on that. And then every Monday we're sitting down with the team and we're going over our 90-day goals, making sure everybody's on track and getting things done for the company.
What about, and then Telegram too, which is good.
Yeah, I did tell him Telegram.
Yeah, no, we have a mechanic, that's part-time basically. And he has his own business, doesn't he? And then what does he do?
So we thought about hiring a full part-time mechanic, but we're like, it doesn't make sense right now. So basically this guy came in for an interview and he's like not like a sub. He works around the area. He's very professional. Came in, sat down with us for like a good hour. Told us his pricing and everything. That he's all mobile. So if a break happens, I'm on Telegram. I'm telling him, hey, a break happens. If the break does happen, our fleet manager, which is our project manager as well, he's project manager in fleet operations and like equipment breakdowns and things like that. He'll fill out a ticket. Basically, it's an email that he's getting. He fills it all out. We already have it set up. When he fills that ticket out, like a weed whacker broke or like a brake broke, not a rake, like a tamper or anything breaks. I get an alert on my computer that says that, and then I'll go on Telegram. Hey, Steve, we got tampered down, blah, blah, blah. He'll be there the next day fixing it. If I say, yo, it's urgent, can you get this done?
He's got a key to the shop.
Yeah.
Goes in, does this thing. So that's been great.
And then when the fix is done, that same person, fleet manager, he goes on and does a fix-it request. It's already fixed. So he puts in a fix-it request. It's already fixed. And then that goes on my computer and kind of like evens out what was broken to now it's fixed. So then I know, all right, we're good with that machine. We're all set.
Like in the past, we used to have our freaking hardscape managers doing them.
Yeah.
Not making money on a job site while he's in the shop losing money.
Because those guys, I can do that too, man. I'll just do it on my, I'll do it on my
those guys.
Yeah, but he's taking fucking 4 hours on a weed whacker. You know what I mean? When this guy's in here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right,
that helped out a lot.
Yeah, that's sweet. And that downtime will kill you too. So,
oh my God.
Dude, yeah.
It's sweet.
We still have one of them guys is just saying, hey, we can do this. I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll get it done. We have a carpenter. We have this. We'll get it all done. You guys focus on what you need to get done for the company. You don't have to be working on that, wasting your time.
What do you guys use for like billing and proposals and collecting payments, stuff like that?
All QuickBooks I use. Everything's through QuickBooks.
Huh.
We don't have like Job or anything like that. We never really got into that. Not like old school in a sense. We're still, learning everything, but we love the QuickBooks. It's just like, it's what we're used to. You know what I mean?
And it works for us.
And it works for us. Yeah. So I just suggest, figure out something that works for your company. Don't jump on everything. Don't jump on something because everybody else is using it. Try out your own, try out 3 of them and see how it works. There's a lot of free trials out there. Try them all out.
Yeah. We used to use Slack and we're like, guys couldn't stand it. Now they're loving all the apps we have.
Telegram. It's awesome. It all ties in together.
Yeah. I pretty much give the same advice where it's like every app, every software, whatever, they all look different. They all feel a little different. So try them all out, see which one, feels the most intuitive for you. And at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a tool for your business. So if using that software makes running your business harder, well, then it's probably not the right one to use for you. Yes, it's going to be hard to change, and there might be certain systems or certain ways you've been doing things that you need to kind of restructure around using that tool. But at the end of the day, if it's going to be a headache for you, then
yeah, bro,
don't bother. Right? So
absolutely,
100%. I don't have any questions prepared for Christmas stuff, other than has that kind of replaced snow plowing for you guys? Talk about it, man. What's up?
Yeah, so Christmas replaced snow plowing. So essentially, we had 19 accounts, not last year, the previous year. And then we had something presented to us where a big name, Christmas guys in our area, Matt from Barefoot Lighting and the Christmas guys, he came and sat down on our table and we had a great discussion, literally sat down with us for an hour.
In the middle of the season last year.
In the middle of the season. This was probably in March,
June.
April, about June-ish,
July.
probably June.
Yeah.
And he presented us this nice deal, you know what I mean? So we had to retweak it and things like that and kind of go over what we needed to do and kind of worked out a freaking awesome agreement together. He came another time, sat down with us, worked it out again.
Did you tell him who he was?
Christmas guys, Barefoot Lighting, Matt, Captain Matt. Sat down, we worked out an agreement, and this was like August. He was telling me like, dude, we have 230 accounts, blah, blah, blah. Basically, just going to give them to you. You're going to take over. We're purchasing them from you, essentially. And you guys will take them over, in the next 3 years, blah, blah. We're just going to create our system. We're going to bring our staff in place. And so you could learn our systems and then kind of, be on your way, which is awesome. So it worked out fucking unbelievable for us. It was a great season. And it kind of was like a whirlwind once they stepped in because we didn't know what to expect with Christmas. We only had 19 and then 230 accounts were just getting thrown at us. And we're like, holy shit, this is insane. This is he was like, yeah, we start billing out in July. It's already August. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we're going to start installing next month. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So then we had to figure out what the hell are we going to do? So we had to take a crew off and then we kept a crew on. And then we had jobs obligated to end of October going into November. I'm like, dude, we have a deadline to hit for these Christmas clients. Come Thanksgiving. Everybody needs to get done come Thanksgiving. And we're like, yo, I don't even know if we're going to be able to do this. And Matt's staying calm at this time. He's just like, yeah, you guys are going to be fine. We're going to be all right, blah, blah, blah. Keeping us calm, you know what I mean? But in his head, he said at the end of it, he thought he was shitting his pants.
Yeah, of course.
It was crazy, man. And then we had to take that crew off, try to push those jobs as fast as you can. Me and him jumped on and it was nuts, man. Nuts. But the cash flow in that Christmas is incredible, man. Yeah. Incredible.
You made what, 70%?
So we did October, November, December, January. We did almost $700,000 in sales and we netted $219,000.
Yeah. So I held this right over.
So I held this over. So we can literally, because we would have had a snowplow. And it was crazy at the time because I was only banking on one snowplowing account because that's what I just had. It was a small one, you know what I mean? Maybe it's a $100,000 one, just kept us a little bit busy. We didn't know what we were going to do. Kind of pulled us over. So when that came into play, we're just so thankful. Everything happens. What I'm saying is everything happens for a reason in business, and jump on an opportunity if it's one presents itself to you. Yeah. And now Matt's in our office. We're working together. He's got 80 fixtures in this place right now. All of his fixtures are in here that he sells with Nate Mullins, with Lifetime Lighting, and him and his assistants in our office. His brother Mike was the Christmas salesman. Now he's our warehouse coordinator and our shop coordinator. And then once comes July, he's going to come back out in here and start selling again for us. So it just all worked out well. We thought this guy was just going to be, here for the wintertime, be gone in the summer. He's actually here. So that's why I was saying in business, jump on the opportunity. You don't know what's going to present itself. And now we're working together with Landscape Lighting and being a sub for his lighting business right now. And it's just, generating more income for us.
We could see exactly where this Christmas could go to.
Yeah.
We're looking at a $5 million company too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how big we could get this.
Yeah. And his mindset's there too. So we're essentially we want it to be a $5 to $8 million market, I think is around here. We think so. Yeah. We're already, planning already out right now for this Christmas time, trying to hit $1 million in sales this year. That would be great. That's the game plan. But, yeah, it's great. He's got the same mindset as us as well. And we'll be working out different agreements with him and trying to get him on board to kind of scale.
Want to get into the Christmas too is, dude, who the fuck likes getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning going to snowplow, bro? You know what I mean? We were sick of it. I was getting sick of it. My guys calling up, hey, this fucking plow broke. Hey, the skid steer can't start. We're done with it. We couldn't wait to get out of it. And, we jumped on the opportunity and
what changed
we took the risk and it helped.
Man. You know what changed my mind is when we did the first 19 accounts our first year, doing Christmas lights. This was 2 years ago. We had 19 our first year. We generated $48,000. I did a similar snow plowing account for $54,000.
We made more
In those 5 months of snow plowing, I netted $4,500. In those 3 weeks of doing Christmas installs, I netted $17,000. And I said, holy shit.
Yeah, we knew something.
Right there, I'm like, this is it. This is it. And then the next year happens and he comes in play and he's like, presents this to us. It was a fucking no-brainer. So
yeah,
we're fortunate enough to have Matt with us on our side and mindset. So if something does present itself in business, just jump on it, I would suggest.
if it's good.
Yeah. Be smart about it.
Yeah. If it makes money, it makes sense. Right. And the snow plowing thing is tricky and it's tough. And I don't know about, where you guys are at as far as the predictability of it every year. And then also you've got, okay, do you want to do per storm? Do you want to do a contract for the year? All these other factors. Snow plowing can get complicated, but it's like, dude, Christmas comes every single year. So
wow, reoccurring.
Dude, like this year, what did we get hit with? 2 storms?
Yeah, I was pissed.
We used to do all contracts though. When we did it, if you're getting into snow plowing, fucking just do contracts. Don't do buy push.
Yeah, don't.
You could get crushed too, or you can make a killing. No, last year. But last year I'm pissed because I'm like, man, imagine if we just had a few accounts. It only snowed twice, or basically people just went out twice. I was like, out of all the years when we were doing them, right, we'd be out 20 freaking times, and then this happens. I'm like, what the hell, but it is what it is, and you move on from it. So we're glad that we moved on from snowplowing. Yeah, buddy.
100%. So just to clarify, you guys start doing Christmas light stuff in July and August?
This year we start sales. So he'll call up all our customers, clients, and he'll talk to them and say, hey, listen.
He starts invoicing on July.
It's invoices and doing all the sales.
There's 230 people we got to invoice. You know what I mean? So
you have to start now. So what he does is he'll reach out to them. He'll say, hey, we're doing a deal. If you sign up before this, if you send in your invoice, we will give you a free live wreath
deposit
when the time comes, when you send your deposit. So that's how we get people. So we could book their schedule and book our schedule early, so we know what's going on when we hit October.
Yeah, we do 5% off if they sign up early, and we give them a free live wreath. A lot of people jump right on board. Yeah, send the deposit right away. They're already locked in. It's in a separate account.
Yeah. The reason why we start then is because we try to get all these people locked in and the schedule started to get done before Thanksgiving, because
we want to add on more.
We want to add on more to that Christmas time. Like last year we added on 30 more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right after Thanksgiving, we landed another $100,000 worth of Mike did. He landed another $100,000 worth of contract
in 2 weeks.
In like 2 weeks. We pushed hard. It was like December 16th was our last install.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's good. So what's good about it is too, the guys are working from March with us to almost February. They're not even off maybe like a month, not even. And then we're back on working. So they love it. They love it. Absolutely love it. And then we just got a 4,500 square foot warehouse for all of our Christmas large decor that we do. So we don't just hang Christmas lights. We install large decorations. So MVP Arena is by us. It's like a large arena, has a lot of
sporting events,
concerts and stuff like that. So we have a big contract with them. A lot of local banks that we do too. So we do a lot of large.
We do a celebrity too.
Yeah, we do celebrity. We can't say the name.
Yeah,
but a lot of large decorations that we install as well. And we do tree wraps, branch wraps, you name it, everything. So it's good.
Sweet, man. So how much overlap is there between end of the hardscape season when you kind of get like, are you guys thinking, hey, this is the date where we kind of got to have all the hardscaping stuff wrapped up? And then obviously Thanksgiving is kind of for recurring clients, at least with the lighting stuff. But when do those two things kind of start stopping?
Last year was like a learning curve for us. So this year we're going to try planning ahead. We want to keep one crew on for hardscaping, at least push till November to keep that revenue flowing, keep some cash flow flowing while the Christmas is going, and then put 2 crews on Christmas. Because last year we had 1 crew on and 1 crew on Christmas, 1 crew on hardscape and 1 crew on Christmas. Mm-hmm. So if we can push 2 crews on Christmas early, get them done as fast as we can, then generate new customers because we lost a lot of customers because we told them that we couldn't get them in before Thanksgiving. Everybody wants to be in before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So there was like 30 clients that we said we can't install you because we can't get in for Thanksgiving.
We'll be contacting them this year.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a learning curve. We'll see how it goes this year.
And we used to hate installing late because then you can't finish it. You can't sand those patios. So you have to wait the next year. But with extra crew running, you could have your second crew starting projects, and then you get that second crew starting to do all those other fix-ups and sanding and all that stuff. So that's what's good about adding on another team. So you're not stopping them from making more revenue in the early season, of the following year.
So I got one more question for you guys, actually two, but this last one started this new thing with the last episode where the final question is, what do you guys want me to ask the next person that comes on? So the last episode I did was with a guy named Justin. He's 34. He's the guy I was talking about earlier. He runs the lawn care business, has acquired 6 or 8 other businesses, been doing it for a long time. He's 34. And he said he's looking to level up and improve himself and his business with like things that he can control. But the specific thing he wanted to ask was like your daily routine, work-life balance, and then how do you stay motivated and like keep your energy up?
Working out, man.
Yeah.
Working out 100%. I would say just I never thought of like getting up early and working out and doing this stuff. I do my workouts when at the end of the day. I like to just try to wake up early and get stuff done and then get here in my office and then accomplish everything that I need to accomplish.
Right on.
And then balance. What I've been doing this year now is because family time is important to me. And before I didn't realize that, you know what I mean? And I was always just work. So basically I'm trying to take at least, every other Saturday off now to, better my family and just do things, go on hikes, go on ventures, whatever. We like to go on kayaks, things like that. So that's what I'm doing now.
Sweet. Rich, what about you, man?
Thanks, man. I try to stay busy. Go to my kids' games, his baseball games. He's done three baseball teams. Trying to do that and go to each game. I missed his game today. Working out helps. Eating good, and just staying focused and just trying to grow your business every day. That keeps me motivated.
Right on. Sweet. All right. So I guess I'll take a question from each of you. What do you want me to ask the next guy or gal that comes on?
Go first. That's a tough one.
It could be anything. It doesn't have to be related to landscaping or business. Just in general.
Let's say.
Damn.
Let me think about this for a second.
All right.
Was there ever a time in your business that you wanted to give up?
Okay, I like that.
Right on. Okay.
You want one from me?
Yeah, sure thing.
Let's see.
Chances are it'll be another landscaping business owner if that.
Yeah. If you were to change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Okay. Yeah, that's some deep questions. It's going to turn into a self-improvement landscaping business podcast pretty soon here.
I like
it. That's sweet. Okay. Right on. Any questions for me before we take off?
No, man, you're doing great things. I appreciate the podcast, man. Keep it going. It's going to be going places, and keep elevating the game and keep inspiring people. And we'll be in touch.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. 100%. Before we take off, let people know where they can find you. When we post this, we'll have links to all of your guys' stuff down there. But if you want to let them know right now, go ahead.
At BDD Landscaping, You got it. It's on all our socials. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. See us there. We'll see you there.
Right on. We'll have all that stuff down below. Chris, Rich, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, boy.
See you soon. All right.
Peace out, brother. Later.
Peace, man.
Go on, man.